hard that.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
In the midst of a tumultuous 2021 season, the Las Vegas Raiders really turned to their quarterback, Derek Carr, to not only drive their offense, leading to career-high totals from the 8th-year passer and a nearly 5,000-yard season throwing the football, but also his leadership ability. He really grabbed that team and led them to the playoffs for the 2nd time in his career while coming out one of the toughest divisions in football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress, trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Oh, he shifts past him. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense. Pick it up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains on that.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfrow. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it's enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs from 10 yards out. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
For the 2nd consecutive season, Tua's a starter and Miami's a team. Both have winning records, but missed the playoffs. His numbers, they weren't terrific. Only 2,600 yards and 16 touchdowns against 10 interceptions. But he also overcame fractured ribs early in the season to return and play well down the stretch. And don't forget, when he did come back, he led Miami to 6 straight wins, which kept them in the playoff race.
Tua now on first down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for two.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
On play action, it's Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, 36 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 32 on the play. Tua sets up to pass it. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. During these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Tua to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he bats it away and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua, open man is Waddle, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins have come back to make it a 2-point game. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Yeah, that's a pretty throw right there. It's man coverage on the left side of the field, and this is some really good footwork by the receiver. Able to create some space at the top of it.
Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Oh, what a move. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up, taking it right down Broadway. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 64 yards. And the Dolphins take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Carr now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
Holding, offense.
So they decline it, and they choose to not give him that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any yardage even on the completed pass. Don't give them an extra down in order to try and pick up a first.
Here's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. They certainly made quick work of that. Ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On first down, Carr. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Caught out right by Renfro. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and it should be frustrating because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd down and goal. Carr. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Carr now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Mac Hollins from 4 yards out. And the Raiders are back within a score.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
And he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. That one goes for 30 yards. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Tyreek Hill's got another one. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays. And now they've got their backs to the goal line.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. And this one is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it'll be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And some space here. Amir Abdullah. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Dolphins offense returning to the field as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Now Tua.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown Miami. DK Metcalf. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys have now moved out in front. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Up the middle, Abdullah. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll run here. Abdullah. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
On 1st down, Abdullah. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch it. Back now in Miami. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. On 2nd down, here's Stidham. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Out of the gun, Stidham. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there. huge loss.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And that will keep the lead at 8.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Tua. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. The incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the face mask moves them closer, and now 1st and goal. Tua going to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. DK Metcalf ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Tua going to try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought it down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Ball has it knocked loose.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now Stidham on 2nd down. He's got his man. It's White.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. They'll give up the gun to Abdullah. Credit him with a 1 yard. Make it 2nd and 9. Now Stidham. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
3rd and 1. Stidham out to Cole on the right side.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Now Stidham. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now, worth reminding at this point, no overtime in the preseason. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them.
He's got a man complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. DK Metcalf, 40 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As we prepare for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
Then here the defense wins. So the Raiders now down by 13, a little over a minute to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
Stidham.
That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A dump off for Abdullah. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now it's Stidham. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And it's incomplete. Now there is 1 second remaining. So they'll have time here for one more play. Stidham with one final shot. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end on that.